Welcome to Elementary Summer Reading for June 30th, 2026, Part 2. Today's theme is America's 250th birthday. The Scrambled States of America by Laurie Keller. Hi there, I'm Sam. I'm assuming since you opened this book that you're in the mood to hear a story. Well, you're in luck because I have a story for you. It's a little story about this fine country of ours. I bet you thought you'd heard them all, but not many people know this one. Let me tell it. Oh, let me. No, you two. That part is my job. Now get back in your places. We're about to start the story. Let's give them a couple of seconds to get back into position. 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay, turn the page. Well, it was just your basic ordinary day in the good old US of A. States all over the country were waking up, having their first cups of coffee, reading the morning paper, and enjoying the beautiful sunrise. All the states, that is, except for Kansas. He was not feeling happy at all. How do I know this? Because he said, "I'm not feeling happy at all." "What's wrong?" his best friend Nebraska kindly asked him. Nebraska is a very kind state. "I don't know," moaned Kansas. "I just feel bored. All day long, we just sit here in the middle of the country. We never go anywhere. We never do anything. And we never meet any new states." Said Nebraska. So, with a little help from their neighbors, Missouri and Iowa, those wacky little Midwestern states planned the biggest party ever. They sent out invitations and blew up balloons. They even hired a band to play. "What type of music do you play?" "Oh yes, I love accordions." At last the big day came, and little by little the states arrived at the party. Nebraska and Kansas were on the welcoming committee, Iowa was in charge of coats, and Missouri and Illinois passed out name tags for each state to wear. Within minutes after their arrival, the states began making friends with each other. They spent hours talking, laughing, dancing, and singing. It was long into the evening when Idaho and Virginia got up on stage. "Excuse me," Idaho said politely. Idaho is a very polite state. "Sorry to interrupt, but Virginia and I were just talking, and we thought it might be fun if she and I switched places, so we could see a new part of the country." "Yes," Virginia chimed in. "Then we thought maybe all of you might want to try it too. What do you think?" A wave of excitement swept through the room. "Oh, yes! What a grand idea! We should have done this years ago!" They could hardly wait. Immediately, the states made their plans to switch places. They said their goodbyes and went directly home to pack. It took the better part of the next morning for the states to move to their new spots, but finally they were settled in. All of the states were much happier now that they were by their new neighbors and in a new part of the country. Oh yes, this was a much better arrangement. But after a couple of days had passed and all the excitement had died down, the states began to realize they weren't as happy as they thought. Florida, who had switched spots with Minnesota, was freezing in the frosty northern climate. And Minnesota, who forgot to buy sunscreen, got an awful sunburn. Alabama, New York, and Indiana, all of whom took California's place, were bothered by an annoying rumbling sound that kept them up all night. Arizona, who had traded places with South Carolina, was upset because the ocean waves kept ruining her hairdo. Alaska, who had been wanting a little more interaction with the other states, was irritated by Oklahoma's handle jabbing into his left side and Michigan's thumb tickling his right. And worst of all, Kansas, who had switched places with Hawaii because he was sick of being stuck in the middle of the country, was now stuck in the middle of nowhere, feeling lonesome and seasick. In the middle of nowhere, feeling lonesome and seasick, my guitar is soggy and I feel so blue. And Hawaii was longing for some peace and quiet like the old days. Well, there was no question in any state's mind about what to do. Everyone wanted to go home. So even faster than they made their first trip, they packed up their things and hit the road. As the sun set across the country, all of the states, from A to W, were back in their very own homes. The states were so happy to see their old friends again. They spent the entire evening sharing their new experiences with each other, the good and the bad. That night, all the states in the country went to bed feeling happy about the new friends they had made, but most of all, feeling very thankful to be home. The end. We're going to make an Uncle Sam with dangling legs. And your Craft to Go kit comes straight from Oriental Trading. We'll just carefully take everything out. There's beads, and there are strings and all kinds of fun stuff in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the directions given to us by Oriental Trading. So it says, using the picture as a guide, adhere the pieces together as shown. So step 1 is to use the cording. We're going to put a foot on it. These black ones are the feet. So we're going to put it through the little hole and tie a knot. And then we have to put the right number of beads on here, and it doesn't say how many beads, it just says alternate them. So we're gonna see how many we have. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So we have 12 of each. That means we want 6 of each color on each of the cords. So I'm going to start off with red at the bottom and just go red, white, red, white. And I'm going to do this on both of them, and I'll come back and we'll do the next step. All right, I have all the beads on, and I'm going to tie a little knot at the top of the bead so that they don't come off while we're doing other steps. You want it to be down low because you need room to tie off the top part into the foam. So see, this is on there, it's not going to come off. So then we're going to take the little feet and we're going to lay them aside. And it says the next step is to put the face on. So we have the face, we have the beard, and the hat and everything. So I think we'll put the hat on first. That at the very top. It should fit right in there. It's a little off, but that's okay. It looks like the beard goes next. They're not very descriptive on their instructions. If I would have had them in advance, I could have typed them out for you. But that's okay. We work with what we have. So there's the beard. Here's the little face. Here are the little hands. They look like little mittens. One hand. Try to peel off the other one quickly. And then we have peel and stick eyeballs. And these ones don't want to come apart. There we go. Put one eye there. He's got big eyes. Always best not to cut your nails the night before you're going to peel and stick things. I should have thought of that. Okay, so now we have the little body together. It says step 3 is to insert the end of the cording into the holes of the body and tie them to secure in place. So we're going to put it through the little hole. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay. There we go. Pull it up to the knot. And we're going to tie a knot on the back. There's one. Oh, look. Forgot other parts. There's a whole costume. Oh, look, there's little punch outs. Okay, we're gonna undo the knot. I hope you weren't following along exactly as I was doing it, or else you're gonna be pulling apart a knot as well. I'm so sorry. Okay. Trying to get the little, there we go. We have to line up the holes. There they are. They're pretty lined up. I'm going to pull this up some. Put that down. And then there's a bow tie. Again, I apologize for not having seen this before. There we go. Now we push the string through the hole. And it's a little tricky too. Tie it off. Put the other one through. His leg's going backwards, of course. There through the hole. You might need to get tweezers to get this. I'm really trying to do it without. And tie that one off. One knot should do it. You probably don't need to double knot it. Okay, so he's all together. And it says the last step is to pull the little rectangle out and stick the feet and beads through the little slot. It's a little tricky. Make sure he's facing front. You kind of have to push him through with your thumb or have someone hold it open for you while you're pushing it. Okay, and when we get up to the tippy top, you're going to stick the little part of the body into the slot. Get these last beads through. Goodness gracious. Okay, we see the blue coming through. And now he's supposed to sit up with his feet dangling over the edge of something. So that's what he looks like. And when I take the picture of it for the end of the video, I'll have his feet dangling.